What's going on? Welcome. Welcome, people. Good evening. How you doing? Welcome, Cass. Welcome, Aura. Welcome, people. It's beautiful to see you. Thank you for being here this evening. So what you're going to need is a pad and pen. So get yourself a writing tool, or you might write electronically, or you might use some other form of writing, but just get what you need for your tools to be writing. So good to see you guys. And I'm pretty glad, that we got some way to do the Own It Festival. So check out the Own It page. Own It are my publishers. They're doing a whole online festival this week, virtual festival. There's loads of different authors and writers who are part of the brand who are going to be on there tonight and who are going to be on there for the next week. And there's going to be loads of free workshops and stuff going on all week. So check out what Own It are doing. Hey, Aura, it's nice to see you. So yeah, it's so beautiful to see you guys. Hey, Morgan, thank you so much for being here. Hey, Kat, it's nice to see you guys. Welcome. I hope you have your tools ready. I'm not going to wait too long. Welcome, people. So tonight is focusing on your stories, your voice. What's going on, Raw? You welcome. Hey, guys. So tonight is about your story and your voice. So this is my book. It's called Moments of Significance. And I wrote it because I kind of just felt that I just had all these stories bursting out of me. And one of my ex-girlfriends was just like, babe, you need to write these stories down. So I started writing all my stories down. And it was just such a powerful thing to do. It was such a powerful thing to write my stories down, to have my stories down, and to have them like that. And then it was even more powerful to have people listen to my stories, to create that space for me and to create that like love. And the amount of healing that it created for me, having that space to tell my story, was incredible. So I highly so that's why I felt so excited. I just kind of felt like, with everything that's going on with the climate right now of what's happening, I felt, is it appropriate to still run this workshop? And then when I was really big up Nutty P, hey to my sister Roisin, and when I was like really digging deep about it, I was like, actually telling your story is so important. It's so powerful to tell your story. And that if we want the narratives to change, and if we want people to have other people to aspire to and different things to look up to, it's really important that we have different stories out there. So this is where hey Sean, my niece is watching. So this is where the power of your story comes in. So the power of your story is it's so important for you to tell your story and to be connected to your story, because when you're connected to the power of your story, you can put more of that power out there. So I'm going to get straight into it, hey Kat. So I'm going to get straight into it. So the way this is going to work tonight, I'm going to drop 2 sort of lead-in exercises just to warm you up and get your juices flowing. And then we're going to do one longer writing piece where I'm going to offer a space for you to explore a bit longer of your journey. And then at the end, I'm going to do an offering of a space. Hey, Leanne. I'm going to do an offering of a space at the end to come and join. So I'm going to open up the floor and you can share your stories. And then in alignment with Blackout Tuesday tomorrow, if there's any Black writers who are on here and that would like to showcase some of their work, I'm going to offer space on my page for that also, because the power of your story being told is the power of how we can really start changing some narratives of what's going on out there. So it's like tapping into the power of your voice, your story. This is the point of tonight. Okay, so first writing exercise. I want you to write the story of your name. So just write your name on the top. We're going to have 5 minutes for this. And who named you? Why did they name you? Did your parents name you? Did your grandparents name you? are you named after someone? So my name, for example, I was named after my granddad, who was called John O'Briain, but because he was in a civil servant, he became Gaelic, so he had to take on his Gaelic name, which was Shauna O'Briain. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. We're at 8:05 now. At 8:10, we're going to finish. So step into this writing exercise. I did have some music in the background, but it's trying to give me adverts, which is just jarring. So I'm going to go into Spotify instead. Yes, Troubled Tongues. Welcome, Sonny. What's going on? So I encourage you to write the story of your name. Write the story of your name. Let's do this. So for those who just joined, write the story of your name. Where did your name come from? Who named you? Where's your name come from? Get that pad and pen, explore your story. Where has your name come from? Welcome, Shay. So what we're doing, Shay, we're writing a story about our name. So welcome, Rosh. You right, girl? How you doing? So we're writing stories about our names. So at the moment, take your pad and paper, take your thing, just write about your name. Just stick it down. Big up Shay, big up Kat, big up Rosh. How you doing, guys? So yeah, writing about your name and just let it flow onto the paper. Don't judge it. Don't think about it. Don't try and preempt. Don't try and make it a poem. Don't try and make it anything. Just tap into the authenticity of your story and what your story means. Yes, Nutty, the beat is hard. I'm with you. Right. How many of you got your name story? Send me a little like wave or something. I've never done a workshop on Insta Live before, so I don't really know how it works that much. This is the first time. I've done all my stuff on Zoom, so this is a bit different. Does everyone? Morgan does. All right, Morgan has the story of her name. Anyone else? You there? All right. Oskvilla does. Kat does. All right, perfect. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next exercise. All right, Sunny's got it too. Perfect. Rachel's got hers. All right, wicked, guys. Aura's got hers. Kaz has got hers. All right, cool. This works. Figuring it out together. Thank you, guys. All right, so next. Shay's still writing. All right, Shay, you take your time. I'll write up the the things. All right, cool. So next, we're going to do being... So next, we're going to practice writing from the senses. Yes, JJ Bola just jumped on in. So we're going to practice writing from the senses. Siobhan, big up Siobhan's just joined in the house. So we're going to be checking into memory and writing from the senses at the same time. Big up Chris Reed. So this will be, yes, Indigo Child. What's going on, my beautiful people? It's so lovely to see you. I feel so honored and treasured to share this time with you to write together. All right, so this exercise is about writing through the senses, but we're also going to be tapping into the memory at the same time, because when we go for the longer writing exercise, it's going to be more about tapping into your memories. So this piece is writing through the senses, so it's called Being 10. So if you want to write Being 10 at the top. Welcome, people. All right, so write Being 10 at the top. Have you got that? I don't know how we judge this. Everyone send me a little like wave or something if you understand that we've got Being 10 at the top. On Zoom, I can see you guys. On this, I can't see you as much, so I'm trying to figure out how to gauge where everyone's at. All right, thank you, Kat. All right, cool. Yes, Siobhan's got it. All right, Being 10. So Being 10, right, looked like. All right, so Being 10 looked like. Thank you, Kaz, you got it. Thank you, Shay. All right, wicked. Morgan's got it too. Okay, thank you so much, guys. You're really helping me. I'm understanding it now. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Shay. She's done the task too. All right. Leanne's got it as well. Perfect. You guys are amazing. You're the best ever. All right, so Being 10 looked like, right in the first bit. Go about 3-4 lines down or however much space you want. Being 10 looks like, Being 10 sounded like. Few more lines down. Being 10 felt like. Couple more lines down. Being 10 tasted like. Look, sound, taste, feel. What's the other one? Look, sound, taste, feel. Why can I never remember? What's the other senses? Looks like, sounds like, feels like, tastes like. All right, cool. So you write the 5 senses. Being 10 smelt like. Thank you, Kat. I just think I'm a bit nervous. Okay. So Being 10 looked like, sounded like, felt like, tasted like, smelt like. All right, we got it. Thank you, Ilaria. Okay, so write it out like this on your page. Being 10 looked like, sounded like, felt like, tasted like, smelt like. So you write it out like that. And try and remember that writing is abstract. So answer these questions. Being 10 to me, what did Being 10? Being 10 looked like waiting for my best friends at the corner shop because we walked to school every day together. That was the highlight of Being 10 or whatever. So just go as deep as you want. We're using the prompt of the senses to be able to tap into their memories. Remember that it's not linear, it's abstract. Thanks, Shay. Yeah, all right, so Being 10 looked like, sounded like, felt like, tasted like, and smelt like. I'll just tap it in. All right, go for it. Answer your questions.
I'm a serious gamer.
Yeah, Aaron, don't think about it too much. Just let the first idea come out and then let it flow. So it's only hard is when we're letting the ego get in the way of the writing. So instead of like trying to be good or trying to write, just let whatever come out that's there and just let it be an experiment. Because when you're doing a first draft, you can always do a second draft after. But it's good to just do that first draft and let it just come out and just allow that flow to start bubbling and emerging. I hear you, brother. Yeah, writing does that. We're here with you. If you want to talk after, I'm here as well. Yeah, I hear you, Indigo. Writing can bring up all kind of emotions and deep stuff that we didn't know was there. All right, guys, I'm going to offer a space for anyone to share if they'd like to. Just send me a request to join. I'll show you what I wrote. I wrote, being 10. Hold on. Being 10 looked like waiting for Rosie every day, my best friend by Harry Shop. He had been there like years. We were broke, so we couldn't even afford sweets. Waiting there was a tease. Being 10 sounded like get the fucking wooden spoon. Mom's angry voice reverberating through the house. Being 10 felt like I was 100 years wise and 1 year old stupid. Being 10 tasted like chalk ices after school, not knowing why we could never go to the ice cream van. Being 10 smelt like mashed potatoes and fish fingers. Mom told me that the leprechaun delivered them and I believed her. Oh my God, Elijah's in. All right, so we've just got Sonny Green coming in. Just waiting for that to connect. Thank you for the love for that.
Yo!
Sonny. Yes, brother.
What's happening?
Big up. All right, you're going to drop us what you wrote, yeah?
Yeah. Being 10 looked like Thierry Henry Invincible. A French crop with a quiff, year 6, RIP Miss Kaufman. Being 10 sounded like Family Feuds and PlayStations, police cars and dust caps, jumping off of roofs. I guess I'll never get that buzz back. Being 10 tasted like sugar dabs and first kisses. Hash smoke and empty fridges. I guess we grew up fast. Being 10 felt like wishing I was older. A soldier without no war to fight. Being 10 smelt like shit, but we weren't allowed to say that. And crap ain't a strong enough a word.
Go on, Sonny. That was wicked.
Love you, Angel.
All right, all right.
Bless, man.
Oh, shit. I don't want to end the whole video. All right, wicked. He left. Would anyone else like to join? Send me a request. I'll bring you in and you can come and be part of this. Anyone else want to join? Just send me a live request and I'll add you. Come in. Anyone else want to come on in? Send me the live request. No one else is sending a request. There's a space to share. If anyone sends me request to join, I'll put you live on now. Come and join. Otherwise, I will move on. Anyone else want to put in? Shay, you just you press that you request to join. Does it come up on your screen, request to join? It should say it on the screen. Just press the request. Let me see if I can request you. There you go. Let's put you in. It's all right. I've just requested her. Yes, Shay.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
This is so good. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for
Babe,
this.
I miss you so much.
I miss you too. I look like shit today.
Miss you. All right, go on then, babe. Bring us your piece.
Can you hear me? Because my internet connection's awful.
Yeah. You sound good. Go.
Mine's really short. I didn't finish the smell one.
Okay, go for it.
But okay, fine. So being 10 looked like smiley potato faces. Being 10 sounded like 90s R&B, Nickelodeon, and my grandparents arguing about who spent more money at the car boot sale on ornaments that would gather dust in the glass cabinet that no one ever drank from. Being 10 tasted like cling film sandwiches that sweated into a school trip. Being 10 felt like my mother's bright face wrapping her love around me as she waited by the ice cream van outside the school gate. Being 10 smelt like chlorine.
That is banging!
This is such a weird exercise. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, it just taps you into that space.
It's so different from rap, so I appreciate it. Thank you, babe.
All right, we're going to have more. There's a deeper exercise. All right, babe, I'm going to invite someone else.
Bye.
Bye! Would anyone else like to come in and share their piece? I can bring you on. Send me a sign. Would anyone else like to share what they wrote? I can invite you in. Okay. No one else has spoken. I'll give you another second. Anyone else want to come in? I would love to hear what you wrote. Would you like to come in, Raw? All right, let me request Raw, and then we'll move on. All right, we're just waiting for Raw to come in. He's going to jump on. Thank you.
Can you see me?
I can't see you, bro.
Oh, no. What's going on?
Do you want to read it out, though?
I didn't write it, but I can try to freestyle it.
Go for it.
All right, cool. So, being 10 felt like being Bruce Lee. Being 10 smelt like creamy cheese pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Being 10 looked like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, I guess.
You know that.
And being 10 sounded like, I can't even think of that one still. But definitely.
All right, guys, we're going to go to the main exercise. So this is my book, Moments of Significance. So what I really wanted you to tap into today is your own voice, the power of your own voice, the way that you speak, the way that you write, the way that you use language. There's nobody else on planet Earth who is going to have the experience of being on planet Earth the way that you do. There's no one else on planet Earth who is going to have understood the way that you do. Then the power of your story coming into that is so significant. So it's like we all have our own moments of significance. You have your moments of significance. I have my moments of significance. What are the moments that make up who you are and what you do and the way that you tell things? So I'm going to read you a little tiny segment of my book to give you an idea of how I wrote this. So how I wrote this book, I just started writing, you know, and I just started putting it down onto the page, the way that I speak it. Yeah, well done, Roy. You smashed it. That was amazing. So it's like, when I thought about writing this, which is what I'm going to encourage you to do in the next exercise, I thought about how would I tell these stories to a friend? So if I was sitting with a friend and I was telling them a story about my life, how would I say it? How would I put it down? And then I was like, let me just write in that way. Let me write as if that person is in front of me right now, unfiltered. Because I really feel that true artistry is getting away from your head and tuning into your heart and the essence of who you are. Because your story is so powerful and who you are is so amazing. So it's really about chipping away those layers of what you're telling yourself you are and who you can be and what your story represents, and stepping into the true sense and power of all of who you are in all your uniqueness and all your amazingness. All right, so this is how my book starts. And by the way, check out the rest of the Own It Festival. It's free. We've got stuff going on all week long. Own It are absolutely amazing, and I feel so honored to be part of their label. So the first chapter is called The Funeral. It goes, I didn't want to go. My mind was finding any excuse to run away. All the Irish family were over to say goodbye to my mom, and I weren't ready to say goodbye. The grief thick, family felt like strangers, the bond still present, love flow, yet I just wanted to shut down. I turned up at a hotel, we all went for a meal. I put on a brave face and a steel door to my emotions. In less than 24 hours, her body would be cremated. Laughter and happiness at this reunion. A family long ago torn apart by the ravages of abuse, now united by grief of the loss of a sister, a daughter, a mother who drunk her life to an end. At first, I didn't want to go, but later I didn't want the night to end. In the warmth of the family, I could pretend we were here to say hello and not goodbye. The family had been supportive and very kind, as mom didn't have a penny to her name. Without that support, me and my siblings would have been left with debts on top of our pain. So I tried to just tell that story as raw as possible. So when I was thinking about identity, what makes up who we are, what creates our stories, welcome to the new people, how are you doing? We're going to go into a longer writing exercise now. We've done a couple of shorter ones, but we're going to go into a longer writing exercise now. So when I was really thinking about, you know, when we meet people, say if I met one of you guys and I never known you before, and we went and we spent a week together, and during that week, I would tell you all these stories about myself. There was this time when I was 10, or there was this time when my mom died, or there was this time I won this big competition. So I want you to think about a moment of significance in your life. What is a story that you like to tell people that you identify yourself with? So just take a second to think about that now. I'm going to put the music back on. Think about a moment that makes up who you are. What is a really significant moment for you in your life? And then what I'm going to invite you to do, I'm going to invite you to write out that story and put it down and to explore that story. And what I invite you to do is I invite you to tell this story in the way that you speak it. How do you speak things naturally? How do you greet people? How would you tell people things? So if I was going to talk about maybe one of my partners or one of my loves, I'd be like, I met her outside Camden. We had a hug. We went for dinner. And I knew that she would be a deep love in my life. You know, I'd just tell the story like I'd be telling it to you. So let's go in on this. I'm also going to pick a significant moment. I think I'm going to pick when my little niece was born. So I'm going to write about my little niece being born. We'll go for like 15 minutes. And then we'll share where we're at, and then you can, I'll open up the space for you to jump in. So I encourage you to write with your words, how you write, how you express yourself, to tap in and tune into the power of your voice. You can always edit the piece after. So just give yourself an opportunity to let the pen going on the page without trying to strategize or think of what it should be. So when you're doing this, just let yourself be free. Don't judge it. Don't worry about what's coming out. Just give yourself that time to explore your story, explore your voice on the paper, to explore who you are and the way that you express yourself. So for those who have just joined, we're doing a writing exercise, which is writing a moment of significance from your life. Writing about a moment of something that happened in your life that you'd like to explore a bit deeper, and just letting the pen flow onto the page without judging it, without thinking that it should be anything, without thinking what this memory is. Maybe it's a story that you tell people on a frequent basis. It's one of your collections of stories that make up your identity. So just explore that story on the page and see how that transpires on the page and how that feels when it goes onto the page. How is it to explore that story? Yes, Ellie. Big up Ellie Prohan. All right, Ellie, so what we're doing, which was similar to where we went on the train, we are writing a story of a significant moment in your life, and you're just writing it in your own words, not judging yourself, not judging what goes on the paper. So think about a story that is like important to your identity of who you are, and then just throw it down on the paper and just let it be free. So we'll have an opportunity to share. We'll go for another like 5-6 minutes. So where everyone's at, just take that opportunity to write, to be free, to explore your stories. All right, Ellie's got it. Pow. All right, girl, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Expecting you to jump on. I need hip hop beats when I write. Just helps me flow a bit better. I'm really grateful to have this time with you guys. It's a beautiful opportunity to write. In all my workshops, I always love writing with everyone while we're in the workshop together. It's beautiful to create together, to be together, to express together, to explore together. Writing is so healing and so powerful. That's okay, Morgan, if you keep jumping around to different memories. You just do it in the way that feels good for you. So I've given you a prompt, but you've taken it on in your own way. And that's creative writing. Creative writing is not being held down by the form that the writers now set out for you. If you've taken it on and it's bringing you lots of different ideas, flow with all them different ideas and just play and have fun with them and just explore your voice in and around it. See how it feels for you. All right, keep flowing, guys. Stay in your flow. We'll flow for another few minutes, then I'll offer a space for sharing. Yeah, it's good to let your mind roam free, to not put pressure on yourself. It's the ego that will want to put pressure on what the story should look like. So allow yourself to be free with what it is, because your voice is so powerful and your story is so powerful. And you can always edit after, but it's tuning into that pure space of yourself that allows the story to channel out. That's where the true power is in artistry, is tapping into that authentic part. Welcome, Sally. We are at the moment writing a memory from your past, a memory from your life, and I've invited you to do. Eddie's needed to roll up. Girl, we're not staying on too long, so tap into this, because I'm going to invite you to share. I'm going to invite anyone to share on the screen who'd like to share some reflections from this workshop. Big up Raw inside who's doing it. Come on, Raw, bring it in. Oh, Shay's getting emotional. I know. I feel you, girl. When I wrote my book, I went mad deep. It was so powerful. It was a challenging time, but it was powerful. Go on, girl. I can't wait to hear it. Big up Ellie. But Shay, the thing is, everything is significant. So you might not think something's significant. You know, it's like the day you met Tony was significant. Big up, lady. Welcome, Lady MC inside. Exactly, Shay. So your mind's now going, oh, I can't write something significant, nothing significant. The day you met Tony changed your life forever. The day me and you changed our lives forever. Like the journey that we went on changed our lives forever. Like if I was writing a chapter about my relationship with Shady and what we created in the hip hop scene and what we did, that would be it. Welcome, Kerry. What we're writing about is just selecting a memory from your life and just writing from like the way that you would speak it. So think about a day, think about a moment, think about a precious moment in time. Shay, just let go. Just let go. Just don't stress it. You can always edit and you can always start something else. All right, Kerry, so we're just writing a story, a memory, however you'd like to express yourself and your story. All right, she's got it. So write it the way that you speak it. Welcome, Jasmine. We are writing a story at the moment, a significant story from your life. So think of a significant story from your life. Come and bring it in. All right, Raw. Raw, try and tap into another one if you can. Or if you wrote it as a memory, maybe now write it as some bars. So like work on the form of how it is. So if it was in a piece of prose, what is it like if you turned it into a 16? See what it's like if you shift the writing style. Welcome, Matthew. How you doing? It's lovely to see you. We're writing a memory right now, a memory from your life. And we're just having a flow with that. Yes, Raw. I look forward to hearing it. Yes, Matthew. So write the way that you speak. Capture the way that your writing goes onto the paper. How do you tell stories? Press a who? All right, cool. Welcome, Demi. We're just writing a story about our lives right now. If you feel like joining, we're just having a moment to write about a memory that happened at some point in time. Oh, Shay, sorry, Ellie, I was just saying to Raw to turn his into bars because he had finished. Sorry, that wasn't a request to everyone. I should have made that clear. My apologies. That's all right, Demi, don't worry. If you would like to write, we are writing a piece on a memory from your life to explore the way that you write and you tell your story in your voice. So if you feel to join, please grab your pen and paper and have a little flow. So Demi, the best thing you can do is just not judge yourself and just let it go free. Welcome, Ralph. Yeah, I hear you, Han. It's truth. That's how it rolls. We forget certain things, and I know people are going in. The memories are coming. Welcome. Welcome, Harley. We're having a... Oh, you're so cute, Kerry. When we met, it changed your life. It changed my life too. I love you, sister. All right, Harley. So we are writing about a significant moment in your life. Is there a moment that was really significant? Welcome, Diamond. Welcome, Diamond. Welcome in. Lovely to see you, brother. All right, cool. We're going to have 1 minute, then I'm going to open up to sharing. For those of you that are still writing, take your time while we're sharing. It might spark something for you. Wow, Harley, that's a deep one. If you feel emotionally prepared to write that, you go for that. That's powerful. Wow, I felt that in my heart. Thank you for sharing something so personal. It's an honor and a gift to have your voice in the space. Diamond, right now we are tapping into a memory. So a memory of your life, and we're writing about that memory, a significant moment from your life. So what's been a significant moment, and just write it down and write in your voice and the way that you write and the way that you are. All right, is there anyone that would like to share? Pop your name in. I can split the screen. Yes, Harley, that is your purpose. That's amazing. Big up. I'm really grateful to you. Would anyone like to share their piece? Know that this is a space for us to share our hearts together. If you just type that you'd like to share, I'll press the spleen. Yes, Raw. You're shy, but you're absolutely amazing. All right. All right, Raw, can we hear your voice?
Yeah, I don't know why my camera's not working, but I'm shy anyway, so probably better off.
I love you, Ellie. All right, go for it, bro. Share your story. We're honored and
You can
blessed.
run that beat. You can run that beat if you want. I was right into that beat.
I can't remember which one it was. Why is my printer printing something right now? This printer just has its own life. Go for it, Raw. I don't know which it was. It's on a playlist. Sorry.
Cool. Let me try.
Got this. We're with you.
I can't even hear the beat.
Hold on. I'm trying. Go.
Yo. Nothing used to be chilling on them benches, checking for the chicks, always craving for attention, but forget to mention that their whole...
Oh, you cut out. Go again. Oh, Raw cut out. Let me try and add him again. Sorry, I didn't lock you off. I think that was my internet. It's gone on 4G for some reason. And the printers just started doing mad things. Are you back in, Raw? Oh, man. That was so good. All right, it's struggling to connect with you, Raw. Does anyone else want to connect? And then we'll try and connect him in after. Anyone else want to share? Shay? Shay, do you want to share? All right, I'm going to press her in. Okay, she declined. All right, cool. I'll share mine just to open it up. Ellie's going to share. All right, wicked. Yes, Ellie. Yes, girl.
Hey.
Oh, my God. Hi. I miss you in real life, but it's great to have you here.
Miss you.
All right, go on, girl. Bring it.
Right.
You got this. We love you.
Okay. 2 roads. In that moment, I was convinced this road was better than the one that I was already on. This time, my body was my instinct, not my heart. Why? My heart was so bruised, I was so confused that I could no longer see. As soon as my body was forced by my hand to this new road, I felt the pain. The pain that I knew that this road wasn't better than the road that I was already on. This road was about to teach me everything about how I should have followed my heart. In that moment, I knew it was too late to go back. It was too late to go back. From that day, the journey began. And the pain that I couldn't repair, the pain that I'd caused, dawned. I couldn't go back to watering my own garden, and it paralyzed me. How could I explain to myself? How could I clear up this mess? How could I explain myself? How could I clear up this mess? I have never really been able to trust my own instincts again. My heart is bruised heart, and I have bruised hearts. My body continued to scream and tell me this wasn't right. Why didn't I listen? One choice, one decision, it led to a different path, and it birthed a new me. So many achievements for me since that choice, but the love in my heart is still in pain.
Ellie. Amazing.
That's all I have.
Babe, it's so honest and so raw and so real. Like, thank you for being so brave and sharing like such an honest part of yourself. Like, that takes real bravery. Thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing, Angel. Thank you so much.
Everyone's like, that was deep. All right, I'm going to see if anyone else wants to come in. Siobhan's saying deep. Thank you, babes. Would anyone else like to come in? Anyone else like to come in and take the space? You're very welcome. Come through, come through. Lady, you're going to go, yeah? All right, I'm bringing you in. All right, it should be connecting to you. Yeah, we'll bring Raw back after. Yes,
hello.
Karen.
I'm all sweaty from a workout. Hello. So obviously I only jumped on like a minute ago, so it's like really basic. But thought I'd like open up the space to encourage others to do it as well.
Wicked, thank you.
I remember the day you, Shauna. That's all right. I remember the day you, Shauna, invited me to a school in Canterbury. As we pulled up into the car park, we approached these big black gates. I watched crowds of kids all walking in different directions. I think they thought they were late. Me, you and Mel, ran our first workshop together. I shared my story about having an abusive father and that being an MC helped me so much to feel good about myself. As the session ended, a young girl approached me. She was short, fair-skinned, shiny long dark hair, and she whispered, "Can I speak to you?" She said that she felt like I was talking about her life. I felt a rush of emotional energy penetrate through my body, and I remember feeling a sensation that I'd never felt before. A deep sensation that I knew was so significant. My life changed in that moment. A new road. There was no turning back. That young girl was and that's it. I just didn't finish. And then I set up a charity.
But I felt that in my heart. And it's like, that's the beauty of telling these raw stories, because when we're not trying to have a narrative, when we're not trying to tell a story, when we're not trying to be something, actually the raw emotion comes onto the page. And I really the raw emotion in that, and that's what made it really powerful, was the power of your story and the power of coming in like that. So thank you so much for opening that space and bringing in that power.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it. I want to finish it now.
All right, you finish it. I'm going to see if I can bring Raw back in. Oh, wait a minute. It's telling me I've got 1 minute 58 left on the live. I've got 1 minute 51 left on the live, guys. It's going to kick us out. I'm really sorry. I'll start a new one. All right, I'll read my one quick. It was Christmas Day. Me and Roy decided to spend the day together as the family was kind of torn apart at the moment. Ro called us. It's been 3 months since we had spoken, but a grudge can't be held when a new life is born. You got to let go and find a way back to love. We bopped round to the hospital. Lucky it was local because there weren't much transport on Christmas. We arrived and she was tiny. Ro and Dan all proud. Best Christmas that year. We had had the blessing of Ellie a few years beforehand. Instant love, holding her tiny body. Mom had only passed away 6 months before. She would never meet this child. Funny how the legacy continues from new life, and how death in our family changes form and shapes. How one leaves and another member comes in. All the bullshit has no place because we see how fragile and precious life is in a single moment. I love you guys. This is about to cut out. I'll open up another one to have some space if anyone would like to share. If not, thank you so much for being here. I feel so honored and precious. On a selfish level, I really want to hear some people's stories. So I'm going to end this one now before it kicks us out so I can save this for Own It. And if anyone wants to come in and share some things, please do. If not, thank you so much for being here. And please check out Own It's page for the whole free festival that's going. Okay, I'm trying to bring Diamond in right now. Welcome. I'm loving the glasses.
Thank you.
Bring it. All right, you're going to drop a story.
Yeah, I'll drop a story. So I've written a little bit and then I'll see where the story goes from there.
Go.
So I'll introduce myself first. My name is Diamond Bavell.
Yes.
I'm the composer of words, the creator of music, My message to the world, if you decide to use it, is that you are not alone. I express this through music, spoken word, and poetry, writing about the world around me that I see. So I started off by writing, I looked into the eyes of my life. No, I looked into the eyes of my heart, which held memories of how bittersweet life can be. But I realized I had to face up to the me, to the true me. Actually, it was the parts of me that were looking, you know, deep down inside, where that part of you hides, where you're unsure if you show it, then would you still be alive? But if you show it, but not by not showing it, you would be hiding the best parts of yourself. By not showing it, you would be living up to the standards of everyone else. But do you still hide the true you that lies inside? Or do you decide that it's time to break through and shine like you truly shine? Shine like yourself. But if you would like to realign yourself, then maybe you could see that there was something else that you could just be. Set yourself free, maybe, instead of looking at life and finding that you just get that bit bored from things that are mundane, things that allow you to feel that life is just not allowing you to experience anything, but you continue to seek the pain that lies deep inside. But the sorrow is there, and you remember how bittersweet life can be. Let's leave that with a little bit of food for thought for all of you.
Yes, Diamond. That was heavy. Big up. Thank you so much. Would anyone else like to come in and share any of their pieces? I'm going to hold up the space for sharing right now. If anyone else would like to join in and share. Leanne, no face, no case. Come on, are you going to bring us something? Please. She writes so beautifully, you know. Han Lucas, let's see if we can bring you back in. You're unable to join, I'm afraid. Would anyone else like this girl? Like that. All right. I called you in. She's bringing it. Yes, girl.
I mean, that person before me was amazing. So probably the worst time to come on, but I'm here now. Hello.
No. Leanne, I'm a fan of your writing. We've been having some writing journeys, and I'm actually a fan of your work.
But you've been really Shauna's been doing well-being, and part of that is writing, and I haven't written for a long time, and actually she is helping me find that part of me that person before so beautifully articulated, the part that we try to hide. So here we go. Everyone I had met had taught me something, as though each person, moment, hurdle was sent. I left for Asia thinking the world revolved around me, wrapped up in my own padded cloak, in a victim mode, as everyone had always been the problem. 6 weeks, I had experienced horrendous storms, scorching heat, and I had been tested and challenged on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Hell, I had been through it. Not quite the lovers hand in hand on a beach with a divine sunset, like I had previously slapped on my vision board. But something inside me, I had endured too much suffering, and most of it being self-inflicted, attached to the memory replays. But at this point, I had realized that significance of some conversations. Here I was, alone, exhausted, but the most powerful I had ever been. I sat in India at the airport, smiling at everyone who was angry because of all the kerfufflements with the planes. I just kept thinking, I'm smiling, glowing, happy just to be safe and on a plane on the way home. I sat down, and beside me was a tall man with the longest beard. Literally, the beard was about 6 foot, so he had to be about 6'2", and a beautiful sequence head wrap. We spoke for some time, but to compress, I was so ignorant to recognize significant moments. And that's the funniest thing about humanity. We're easier to recognize things after the fact. He explained he had lived in the Himalayan, where he spent most time in silence. His accent was so strong and his eyes were mesmerizing, like there was a glowing light hidden behind them. On the mountain, his family always lived, and he travelled around by bike. I just remember listening in awe, a sense of humour, a warm smile. He felt like home after so long away from home. Learning about the simplicity of his life resonated like never before. During this, I knew the purpose of this journey. I'd learned how to be patient in the middle of a natural disaster. I had been humbled by the locals. I had been softened by nature, and I had been calmed by the sea. My mind had been opened up by each and every interaction, and I had been shown perspective just in the distance travelled by the journey itself. I had felt love and compassion, bliss and peace for the first time for no reason. This gentleman was my angel, and now I know, as he left me with a powerful analogy about an angry customer shouting at a phone assistant. He said, she is not knowing that he is following a script. So every time the customer is shouting louder and becoming angrier, the sales assistant is simply reading response 1 to 30. And then, yeah, I go on to tell you about the analogy. I remember cracking up. He was so funny. Not like we've been able to interpret every conversation on those travels, but now I had. He had told me deep within to not argue with people who were sleepwalking through life. And guard that for yourself. What's that?
God, that's amazing. I was in that story. Like, I actually felt like I was on the plane as well, having the same experience. Like, that's the power of telling your story. Like when Kerry was telling hers, I felt like I was in the classroom and I was that girl receiving the message that she said. I felt like I was receiving the message from that guy. And that's the power of telling your story. It's like you tell your story and then other people receive the power of what you had in that moment. So it's like it magnifies it to the universe.
Yeah, it's all entwined, isn't it? And I really enjoy listening to other people's stories. So I hope that brings something to people listening. You
brought it, girl. I hope that's the start of the novel. Because I'm just like, that's a good start to a novel.
Yeah, I'll come back another time and share the rest of the analogy. But thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity just to write.
Thank you so much, girl. I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
All right, cool. Would anyone else like to share before we close up? I'm so proud of you, Leanne. Coming a long way. All right. Raw has sent a request. Go live with Raw. Come on in. Yes, Raw. Go on.
No camera still. That's when I figured that the risk for all of this just wasn't good enough. Better than a 9 to 5, but I was still putting up with the push and shove. No, I never lost respect when I stopped selling drugs, but I was the driver. If I ain't there, he won't sell as much. My mum was even putting pressure on me just to step it up. For Owen Keith money, I got depressed as fuck. He gave me grands, all I did was go and buy a van, rubbish plan. I was young and dumb, never tried to scam or rob my own family, knows that. Ever since that day I asked nobody for nothing, I still feel ashamed. From all that's happened, I feel damaged. Had to stop writing, cause
oh, why does it keep cutting off? Man. Raw, your writing is amazing. You are amazing. I love your work, like deep, deep, deep bars. I know. Lady, it keeps cutting off on him. He's so good. You're so good, Raw. Oh, you need a stronger internet connection. Man, why? I'm really enjoying his stories. Would anyone else like to share before we close out? I know it was so good, right? Anyone else like to share their story? I'd love to hold the space, keep the space open for the sharing. Thank you, Raw. You are amazing. I know, right? All right, I'm going to share one last one from my book. Please, guys, follow Own It London. They're just so amazing. It's such an honor to be part of their label, brand, everything. Bro, it's amazing to listen to you. Like, you know, you're just there. You just get it. You're just with it. You're just beautiful. Isn't it, Diamonds? Good job. All right. This is called Loving Deeper from my book. And it goes, the love falls through the cracks of insecurities. Open hearts beat through chest, exposed, naked, two females, contours, shapes, moans, groans of ecstasy. Not an egoic connection, but a soulful dance expressed outside of the human form. Souls intertwined in divinity, rhythm, hot breath, sometimes tears as this intensity was unexpected. We lie together, one hot from giving, the other relaxed from an earth-shattering orgasm, body on body, face by face, eyes together, tears mixing as a reminder of the oneness of the universe. Speechless. What good is a word when the body is speaking through a megaphone? After many breaths, sobs, and a hug so close as if we may never get a moment like this again, the breaths pass, the souls return from the dance, and we are once again naked, vulnerable, exposed to a deeper love. She asks, why are you crying? I chicken the chat and say, why are you crying? She speaks of feelings as if it was easy. In the throes of sex, I throw my emotions to the winds. Our molecules, the molecular, speak louder than the scaredy cat that I become. But the tears don't lie. And as she verbalizes, the stains on my face and my red eyes speak all the words that I'm unable to say. No script to this scene. The emotions are improvising, creators of our reality, as all there is this moment. As we travel deeper into the realms of becoming partners, the physical expressions unburden all the wrongdoings and sayings. No lies exist as love is made. The heart kisses erase the unintentional moves outside of one's true self, as the pain gives more room for our love. And when we make love, we really feel love. We return to who we really are without the distractions we create in our minds. Our true essence, all we are is love, a reminder of our true form as love conquers all. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I really encourage you to just explore your inner dialogue, explore your stories. When you have an amazing moment, when you have an amazing time, when something touches your heart, when something moves you, write it down. You know, write some things down, explore with your words, explore your stories. And if anybody wants, if any of the authors who identify as Black would like to record themselves saying their piece for Blackout Tuesday tomorrow, I'm gonna offer a space on my Instagram page and I will post your piece on my page. So anyone who would like that, I'd like to offer that space tomorrow, because I really feel that if we want to change narratives, if we want to change things, stories is such a powerful part of that. And you telling your story will inspire so many people. So please keep writing, please opening up. Sally says she's not ready to share yet, but she's helped her writing that she's been avoiding. Great, that's the point. So thank you so much for being part of the Own It Literature Festival. It's an honor and a blessing to be with you tonight, really, really, really. And thank you so much for being here. Maybe I'll do another one again soon. Writing with you guys was awesome. Peace. I love you. Bye.